Greetings, fellow thrill-seekers and romantics alike. Ever wondered why heart-racing experiences like amusement parks, horror films, and rock climbing can make for unforgettable first dates? The reason is simple. They get your adrenaline surging, engender a surge of excitement, and could very well be leaving you gazing into your date's eyes, feeling an unexpected flutter in your gut. But let's set romance aside for a moment and talk science. You may be surprised to learn that those butterflies might not solely stem from your magnetic attraction to your date. This phenomenon is known as the misattribution of arousal, and it's a curious example of how our brains can sometimes lead us astray. To misattribute simply means to incorrectly identify the cause of a feeling. Our brains do this more often than we'd like to admit, inadvertently altering our perceptions and memories of the world. When it comes to arousal, rest assured, we're not just talking about the sexual kind. Arousal could mean anything from the triggering of our flight or fight response to simply being jolted awake. We humans love to interpret and seek meaning behind our feelings. Suppose you're on an electrifying first date, hearts pounding, palms slick with sweat. You might conclude your physiological state is due to your budding attraction when, in fact, it might just be nerves from that spine-chilling film or the dizzying climb. Now allow me to draw your attention to a fascinating study. Back in 1974, psychologists Donald Dutton and Arthur Aaron sought to test the theory of misattribution of arousal. They conducted an experiment on two different types of bridges, one stable and serene, the other lofty and unnerving. Their hypothesis? Participants traversing the precarious bridge would confuse their fear-induced arousal with attraction to a woman they met during the experiment. As the men crossed the bridges, they encountered a woman who asked them to tell a story based on a neutral image that was presented to them. Intriguingly, men on the scarier bridge wove more sexual content into their narratives. To wrap up the encounter, the woman would hand out her number for any further inquiries. As predicted, those who met her after the high bridge experience were much more likely to give her a ring. This wasn't just a one-off event. Following studies replicated and expanded these findings. For instance, research published in 1981 called Passionate Love and the Misattribution of Arousal demonstrated that men who were physiologically aroused not only found women in videos more attractive but also judged less attractive women even more harshly compared to their relaxed counterparts. Women are not exempt from this psychological quirk either. A 2017 study revealed that when women listened to stirring music, they rated neutral male faces as more attractive than when they assessed them in silence. So, what's the takeaway for the savvy date planner? Should we all rush to schedule dates that'll max out our adrenaline? Not necessarily. The bigger lesson is understanding yourself and your physiological reactions. You might mistake excitement, anxiety, or even indigestion for attraction. Being mindful of your bodily reactions and the surrounding context helps you avoid misjudging your feelings. We've navigated through the psychological maze of attraction and arousal, but perhaps the most crucial insight here is self-awareness. By becoming more attuned to your body's signals, you can discern genuine attraction from mere adrenaline-fueled excitement. I hope this deep dive into the workings of attraction and arousal has sparked your interest, and if it has provoked any questions, feel free to raise them in the comments. And remember, if you cherish learning and enrichment, consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the like button, and activating the notification bell. By doing so, you'll be well on your way to broadening your understanding and enhancing your date nights. As we part ways, ponder for a moment on the lessons we've explored today. Call to action. What are the takeaways you plan to apply to your life? If you found this exploration of the heart's whims enlightening, and it adds value to your quest for knowledge, feel free to express your gratitude. A direct link can be found below in the description for those inclined. Until next time, stay curious, stay aware, and continue your journey towards self-discovery. Imagine unlocking the secrets to an ironclad memory, one powerful enough to memorize the order of a shuffled deck of cards, or even recite numbers into the tens of thousands. Today we delve into the world of mnemonics, Techniques which aren't just a fascinating foray into unleashing the latent potential of our minds, but a practical toolkit for mastering daunting volumes of information. Mnemonics aren't just mere tricks. They're gateways to transforming how we recall everything from phone numbers to complex passwords. Forget the run-of-the-mill memory boosters like extra sleep or vitamin B12. We're diving deep into mnemonic devices, and by the end of this video, you may just be on your way to setting your own world record. Let's dive right into the sophistication of the human brain with a mnemonic device known as chunking. Your short-term memory might struggle with random data, but once you master chunking, you'll manipulate your memory storage like a mental Tetris champion. By dividing bits of data into sizable clusters, recalling a 10-digit phone number becomes just as easy as remembering your own birthday. Acronyms, though, are possibly the most widely employed mnemonic tool in our cognitive toolbox. They compress information into digestible bytes. Does PEMDAS ring a bell? How about ROIGBIV? These are the touchstones of mnemonic efficiency, a testament to how a single abbreviation can be a treasure trove of information and yet so elegantly simple in its construction. But what happens when acronyms morph into full sentences? That's where we arrive at acrostics. These are the verbal secret agents that disguise themselves as mundane sentences but are actually elaborate codes. You may be familiar with, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally," a phrase that's helped countless students navigate the hierarchy of operations in mathematics. Next, consider the memory palace, a device straight out of antiquity and resurrected in popular culture by the likes of Sherlock Holmes. Here, we use familiar spaces, like our homes, to create associations with new information. It's a testament to the associative prowess woven into the fabric of human cognition. Let's not forget the tried and true, rhymes after all, when did Columbus sail the blue? If you thought, 1492, you're already employing a mnemonic that has lasted the test of time. Rhyming is primal, sticky, and engaging. It's no wonder nursery rhymes outlive civilizations. Combine rhythm with music, and you have the makings of an incredibly potent mnemonic device. Consider the melody of "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" and the ABC song, same tune, different purposes, both sticking like glue in our minds. Now let's talk virtuosos of memory. These mnemonic savants transform the abstract into the unforgettable. Also known as Solomon Cherishevsky, painted lavish landscapes with numbers and words, harnessing the power of fivefold synesthesia, while Alex Mullen, crowned as a world memory champion, has etched his name into the annals of mnemonic feats. Before we wrap up, let's remember the power of subscribing. Hitting that subscribe button, smashing like, and ringing the bell isn't just a ritual. It's your entry into a community of like-minded individuals eager to tap into the full spectrum of their mental powers. So, what will you do with these mnemonic strategies? Will they help you climb the career ladder, win a friendly bet, or will they simply be a party trick? Whatever the case, consider sharing how you plan to wield these memory weapons in your everyday battles. Remember, knowledge isn't power until it's applied. If today's journey through the realm of memory improvement resonates with you and you've gleaned value worth your while, feel free to show your appreciation. Every ounce of support fuels the continued crafting of content designed with you in mind. The road to self-improvement is an expedition worth embarking on, and I am grateful for your company on this voyage. Stay sharp, and until next time, let wisdom be your guide.